What's up, everybody? I am Sniggenhoff, and you probably expected it. We're playing Spain today. In the last episode, we had our queen die, which is very sad. But because of that, we were able to get enough votes that if the emperor were to die today, we would become emperor. However, Brandenburg has managed to flip mines back to their side, and I think I know how they did it. Brandenburg is currently at war with Denmark, and likely Denmark attacked Lubeck, and Brandenburg defended them as the emperor. So as the emperor, he has bonuses because he's actually doing his job. So that's why the electors are happier with him right now. What we're going to do about it, first of all, we could try to get our relations higher with mines. They are only at 165 out of 200. I think we're capped out on actual relations. Yes. But we could do something like sending them a gift, which I'll probably do right now. It's one of the reasons I've been banking money. But also, another thing we might try to do is, as a great power, again, I've mentioned this before, we're the #1 great power in the whole world. As a great power, we do have some extra interactions that other countries do not. They're down over here. First, we can take on foreign debt. Second, we can influence nation. Third, we can intervene in a war. And fourth, we can break alliance. I thought there was one that was enforce peace. Obviously, that's not there. I was going to try to enforce peace on them, but I cannot. Maybe I can only do it on like a neighbor. Something like that. Huh. That must have been something I made up in my brain. So, we're not going to do that. Instead, we're going to bring our diplomat back from mines, and we're going to send them a gift to hopefully get them a bunch of relations with us to get their vote back. We've fully improved with Cologne. We could send Bohemia a gift, but they're the closest to being cool with us. And we could send Trier a gift, but also, like, they're only missing, like, 6 relations that we could improve with them. The highest you can get with someone is 200. Another thing we could do is drop our alliance with Portugal and try to pick up another alliance over in here with probably the Palatinate to try to get us another vote. And, oh man, Trier just flipped as well. Oh, this is going to give me ulcers. So yeah, let's send Mines a gift first, and hopefully that will get us... Alright, the most you can get off a gift is 25 relations, so we don't need to send them anything bigger than the 50 that will get us the 25. So we'll go ahead and send that to them there, and we'll probably send one to Trier real quick. We lost 30 relations with them just now. I'm not sure how. Why do you hate us more? Because we're now allied to one of their rivals. Probably Cologne. Yep, that got us mines back, so let's send Trier a gift. It's going to make Cologne hate us because we're allied to their rival. Good lord. The HRE is hard, guys. All this politics. Just give me a gun and a sword and let me go conquer people and not have to worry about all this stuff. Send them a gift as well. Just get the full 25. Hopefully that will flip them back. And it did. And this guy was at mines. And we'll just send him back to improving relations. Another thing I could do is have them transfer trade power to me, which does improve their relations. I'll go ahead and do that. Transfer your trade power. Go ahead. That should. Yep, that improves relations. Let's do it. Everybody. Everybody jump in on this bandwagon. Give me all that you're willing to give. That will help out as well. We just got to try to keep our relations high with all these guys. Bohemia will not, but we're not at risk of losing Bohemia anyway, so that's fine. Brandenburg is actually kind of close to voting for us, which is funny. They don't want it anymore. Oh yes, remember earlier in a few videos ago where the nobility took over Madrid, and I was like, it's fine because we're gonna get it as our capital soon. Here it is, a new Spanish capital. The unification of Spain has created a kingdom consisting of many former realms. Toledo has served our predecessors well, but it has been suggested that the small city of Madrid, with its central position and a welcoming climate, would be a better location from which to rule all Spanish realms. The existing Real Arco de Madrid could be expanded into a suitable royal residence. While the city in general is still undeveloped, it is enough to offer a blank sheet for the city planners of our kingdom. Let us build a new capital to rule a great empire. So we can have Madrid become the new capital. We get yearly prestige and monthly autonomy change drops for everybody, or we can gain one stability. I will go ahead and make Madrid the capital. And with that, I wonder if the nobility want more land. Let me go past the month and see. Nope, they're cool. And then I wanted to send this guy back to mines. And let me make sure I still got everybody voting for me. I do. Thank you, Jesus. I mean, it'd be funny if I flipped Brandenburg's vote, but I think they always vote for themselves if they have somebody else's vote. So it's unlikely that I'll flip their vote. We just kind of need their dude to die as fast as possible. We can do some military development. I probably should pause. I'm trying to find the thing so I don't waste points like I just did. Just threw a couple points just out into the abyss. Not efficient, like we talked about earlier. Oh, and also I can take tech. I forgot about that. I noticed that at the end of the last episode, and I forgot about it. We'll do it now. We're going to go ahead and continue saving up money and manpower, just in case I have to go to war to defend one of these little guys. Oh, I brought him back from mines. I didn't want to do that. And are you kidding me? Like, he lived for like 4 years. He lived for like straight 4 years. At least he's old enough to be king, and we have another male heir. Does this affect the election? Currently not. Good lord. So Ujda is the new seat of the queen consort and her family. So we can take quests for the New World now. After the conquest of Granada, Spain was filled with veterans and warriors of the faith with nothing to do and many needs. Deeds and needs would be fulfilled as Cortez and Pizarro started out to conquer South and Central America. All these people became the hacienda owners and trader barons of the New World, bringing wealth both into their own pockets and the vaults of the Spanish treasury. So we can either get a conquistador, who we use to explore the land, or we can get an explorer who we use to explore the sea. Explorer is generally more valuable. So I'm going to take the Explorer, and I'll get to show off that interaction a little bit here. I'm going to split off... You guys stop there. No, stop right there. Okay. I'm going to split off 3 boats. You guys go back to doing... Oh, well, do that too, but go back to doing your thing. And yeah, build... up to the force limit. And then these 3 guys, I'm going to put the Explorer in charge. And then, can I not explore? Oh, I have to be in port first. Alright, send them to port. And then I'm going to go tell them to explore a sea zone that I haven't explored yet. Typically, you have to take the... What trait does this guy have? National unrest -2? That's pretty good. Typically, you have to take the quest for the New World idea over here to be able to explore, but Spain gets an explorer just as an event like that, so we get it for free. We still have the vote. I'm just going to be checking this like every single second that I can. I'm so scared. I brought him back from mines again because I'm just so used to hitting recall. Alright, when that pops up at the end of the month, hit maintain. Maintain. We did it. We did it, guys. We made it. Our diplomatic insult with Portugal is expiring. Bribes are growing more accepted. What is the difference between an honest man and the fool? The fool doesn't know he's being swindled. So goes an increasingly common saying in Spain, the spirit of which is proven through a more sinister change in the social fabric. Bribes are beginning to be seen as a natural consequence of the market where any action carries a price. Those who refuse to take bribes are viewed as precisely what the saying says, fools. Worse than fools, since they are deliberately refusing money that could be theirs. The consequence of this cynicism is that any form of power truly corrupts, and no one who believes it is immune, not even the king. It is just a saying. We get 0.5 corruption, which is annoying, but it'll tick down. I think the amount of money we're paying for it currently will make it have it tick down within the year. Although that is a lot of money we're paying for it. I don't think it needs to tick down quite that fast. Let's go with that. That'll make it tick down in 2 years. Alright. So with this Explorer, and thankfully there's a nice little pop-up every time he's ready. I like to have him explore the sea zones first. That gives us more coast that we'll be allowed to explore. And right now, because we've gotten a lot of the Portuguese exploration revealed to us, we don't have a ton we can explore. It's based on your colonial range. So like the farthest colonies we'll be able to make from here are like down here at the Cape of Africa. So that's as far as we can explore. If we were to make a colony further down, we'd be able to explore further. I'm going to go ahead and take this idea, give us monthly autonomy change minus 0.05, which is great. Just have that autonomy ticking down even faster. Karakunlu is going through a disaster, which is fine. I'm going to check and see if I am still being voted in. I am. How old are you? You are 35. I mean, I just had a ruler die at 35, so maybe we'll get lucky and have their ruler die at 35. Doubtful. He's probably going to live till he's 80. I can take Diplotech, and I will. And then probably the only place... Oh, I have a couple coasts I can go explore. The Atlantic coast down over here, so I'll get to see the coastline of all of these provinces down over here. And then I'll probably be able to explore this coastline down over here. Unless that was a Portuguese thing. I can't remember what they have revealed to me and what I saw. How much is Brandenburg getting from prestige? Plus 10 from prestige? So if they win this war and get a lot of prestige out of it, we may be screwed a little bit. The menace from Floridablanca. After a rather turbulent beginning with the natives of Floridablanca, we finally managed to convince them of our good intentions. As we made landfall, 2 men, one old and one young, approached our ship. They were not interested in our gifts, and when a musket was fired over their heads to make them back away, it wounded the older man slightly. He ran off to their huts and brought men who threw spears at our crew until they were chased off after 2 more rounds were fired. The adults fled into the woods, leaving their children behind. Some small trinkets and beads were left behind with the children as a gesture of friendship before the expedition members returned to the ship. Make them understand we meant no harm. We lose 25 diplomatic power, and the natives in that territory lose to aggressiveness. But aggressiveness doesn't matter to me, remember. Or we can gain 10 prestige, and they gain 2 aggressiveness. And I will take that. Oh, I need the prestige. Prestige is giving me reasons for people to vote for me. Talk about that in a second. We get plus 25 from prestige right now, so it's likely you get 1 point for every 4 prestige you have, up to 100. So yeah, having that high prestige is helping us get voted in. Like right now, without that prestige, it's likely Trier would be voting for Brandenburg. Jeez. Yeah. We're on a razor's edge right now. Local traders demand aid. Merchants and captains of trade vessels in Syracuse have sent a representative to the government describing their home as an increasingly lawless land where pirates run rampant and ships and ports are routinely raided by privateers. They argue that the government has neglected them and request funding to build defenses against the growing threats. If this request is not granted, many feel like they have already lost too much and will take their business elsewhere. We can send them whatever they need and lose 100 ducats. Or we can refuse the aid to traders. We get plus 4 unrest and minus 5 goods produced, and Syracuse is right there. I'm going to send them whatever they need. We've got the money. We shouldn't need it for gifts right now. That's the only thing we're really saving it for. This corruption is almost gone. And then we'll be able to start ticking back up. he has finished his exploration mission. One other thing you can do with explorers is eventually, when you have good enough ships, you can have them, it might be in this, circumnavigate the globe. I could have them try it right now, but these ships aren't good enough. They'll, like, when you're circumnavigating the globe, as you go through, like, the open sea zones in the Atlantic and then also in the Pacific, which is much bigger, both in real life and on the map, than the Atlantic, they take a lot of attrition. So you need, like, at least, like, probably, like, 5 of really upgraded barks, which I could send, like, all of these ships back home to be upgraded. But the first nation to do that gets a lot of prestige out of it. Go ahead and explore that coast. And also, I built this ship without telling it. It was before I sent the other ships on the mission is when I built it, and so it didn't get the memo to go out and do the thing I want them to do. But that should fix that. Suspecting neighbors, we can either have Genoa dislike me more, or have Morocco dislike me more, essentially. And I think I want Morocco to dislike me more. I'm more likely to go to war with them. Maybe somewhere down the road I want to vassalize Genoa and try to take their cores back and then eat them. We can either gain... Now this is another of the queen consort missions, and this time because we have a male ruler and a female queen, it doesn't have the names mixed up. So we can either take 110 ducats and their family will feel like we owe them, or take 5 prestige. I'm going to take the prestige. I'm going to keep trying to keep that prestige as high as I can for now. And I'm going to keep checking to make sure we still have the vote. Also, it looks like everything went up, so Brandenburg likely went down a little bit in their eyes. They may not be at war anymore. That's probably it. No, they're still at war. They are not winning the war, even though Lubeck has Denmark sieged up pretty well. That war might drag on for a little while. But yeah, I mean, there's other things I could be doing. Going to war with Portugal would be a fine one. Going to war with Morocco, although Morocco is still allied to the Ottomans, probably, yeah. Although I am rivaled to the Ottomans. I could even, like, fabricate claims on the Ottomans over here and start pushing into Greece, although that would be a very hard war. Maybe pushing up into the Papal States, take more of Italy, or going this way into northern Italy, going up this way into France. But we kind of just have the one goal left to do that we set out to do. There are other achievements I could try to get. Thankfully, one really cool thing in this game, if you're on Iron Man and are able to earn achievements, you can hit this button right here, and it will tell you all the achievements you are eligible to earn in this playthrough. Some of them are weird, like, I'm not eligible to earn... Well, I guess technically I could form the Inca, but, like, that's way over there. I'd have to get all their provinces and migrate and do all that kind of stuff. Have 100% mercantilism. It would have been much easier if I hadn't pissed off the Pope. 10 provinces would produce gold. It's really easy if you conquer a lot of South Africa down over here. There's a lot of gold, especially on this eastern coast. If you have a greedy ruler, take all of the nation's ducats in a peace deal. There's a lot of generic ones. I'm not sure if there's any other Spain or Castile specific ones I have left to get. Spain is the emperor. Yeah, that's the only Spain specific one that I can get, because I've gotten all the other Spain specific ones. The rest of them are kind of generic. I could go for some of those other goals, especially since we've already got a nice base going on here. The 10 gold provinces probably wouldn't be hard. The AAA credit probably wouldn't be hard. If we could find a nation with 1,000 ducats worth of debt, just save up for a little while. Possibly even all your trades belong to us. Have the highest trade power in Genoa, Venice, and the English Channel, while having an income of at least 300 ducats a month. I could either just go conquer all of those provinces in those areas, which I'm strong enough to eventually do, and then just make sure I make enough money, which shouldn't be hard. Or there's other ways you can do it, sending out your trade fleet, stuff like that, going and conquering all the institution origin provinces. But yeah, right now we're just focused on this page as the Emperor one. So we can either make the clergy mad, but they will tick right back up and lose 10 papal influence, which we have 0 papal influence right now anyway. I think I'm going to take that one because of the prestige. I kind of want to wait. It's not gonna go long enough. I wish I could wait. If you leave pop-ups up long enough, eventually they'll just choose one of these for you, and I'm not sure if it's random or not. I kind of wish I could wait until the end of the year, although it did tick down one more. Till the end of the year to gain the prestige, but I'll go ahead and take it now. I just want to keep it up as high as I can. They are disloyal, but only barely. They should be back up literally next month. Yep. Also, I can't demand support from them. I can demand support from them. So, seek support puts me... I need... mathing. 7%. And I can take up to like 10. And then do that, and then I can do 15 here. And demand military support. Sweet. They're mad, but that's fine. And that is where we will call it an episode. We're kind of just like treading water here, hoping the Emperor dies, keeping these guys happy. I may still dump another the Portuguese alliance to ally myself with Saxony, and they are not rivaled to any electors, so that would be good, as opposed to Trier and Cologne, who are rivaled to each other. No, Cologne doesn't view Trier as a rival. Trier only views Cologne as a rival, so I'm only pissing them off. But yeah, we'll worry about that some more on the next episode. Thank you so much for watching. If you enjoyed the content, feel free to like the video and subscribe to the channel so you know when I post new videos. And leave a comment down below. Tell me about Desmond, the one lone holdout. I mean, they're technically a vassal of England, but you know what? They are still Irish. They're not. They haven't bowed the knee to the English tyrants, nor has Northern Scotland. They're free. Tell me about those guys. The tragedy of the Desmondian people and how the English will come in and eventually destroy them. Anyways, thank you guys so much for watching, and I will see you next time.